Assalamu alaikum and dzień dobry everyone. Yeah, today's khutbah summary from Masjid An-Nur Des Moines was about avoiding imitating the non-believers, in that we have to distinguish ourselves as Muslims, as believers in Allah, and there are ways that we do that. We distinguish ourselves not only on the inside but on the outside, and not just in how Muslims dress, but in how we behave, what we do not do, as well as what we do. And so many Muslims are engaging in activities that are common with the non-Muslims, especially those who do not believe in God at all, who either follow other religions or have no religions. For instance, celebrating non-Muslim holidays such as Valentine's Day, which is coming up. That is something that Muslims are not supposed to be doing because it is not a Muslim day. It is not something that Prophet Muhammad, peace be on him, did. Of course, that was created after his life. And imitating others in what they do and how they talk and all that, that gets you the kind of punishment from Allah on the Day of Judgment, where, according to several hadiths that were mentioned, that if you imitate someone who is not a believer, then you will join that person. You will be with that which you imitate. And of course, the non-believers are in Jahannam, or hellfire. And if you act like the non-believers but still say you are a Muslim and you do not repent of the sin, then you will join those you imitated, those you liked or followed in the hellfire. For instance, if you follow certain popular groups or individual, like a lot of the young people nowadays like certain kinds of music that is just totally nasty. I am not into that at all. So if you chase that, then those who you chased or followed in that way, liking what they had more than what Prophet Muhammad, peace be on him, gave us in the Quran and the Sunnah, and that's what you'll be doing for eternity. You'll be with those you like. And the Imam also said that we have to be careful of who we take. Well, not more than friends. He used the word friends, but that word's not sufficient. It means that we have to stick with the believers, and we can have associations with non-Muslims, especially if for a lot of us who live in non-Muslim countries, but we have to avoid imitating them in what they do. We stay away from what they believe in, stay away from what they do that is haram or prohibited, meaning if you hang out with certain people who are not Muslim and they're into alcohol and other bad stuff, then some Muslims might be gullible into getting into that too, and they just blew their Islam, and we can't be doing that. So another thing that he mentioned was if you come up to someone who is a Muslim but does not show it in their outward appearance, meaning not modestly dressed, if a man does not have a beard, like like he is supposed to, then the other Muslim might not think the guy he runs into is a Muslim. But he's just not showing it, and it would be the same with the women. If the women are not modestly dressed, not covering themselves to avoid unwanted, inappropriate attention, then you could be taken as a non-Muslim if you're not dressing the part, or at least looking the part. And of course, the behavior is part of it too. It's an all-encompassing thing. We have to stick to what was given to us by Allah through Prophet Muhammad, peace be on him, and stay on the straight path, so that we avoid going to the hellfire with those non-believers who chase the dunya instead of the akhirah. And for those, this was not mentioned in today's khutbah, but I will say this, that for those who have not been keeping track with the news, Hosni Mubarak is now former president of Egypt. He bugged out of Cairo early this morning, Egypt time, and he went to Sharm el-Sheikh, where he will be there for who knows how long, but he resigned. He is no longer president of Egypt. He has turned over the governing power to a military council who has been charged with going with the transition to real democracy and freedom for the Egyptian people, who have been stifled by oppression and having what national wealth is supposed to be distributed among the people. Mubarak has stolen for himself and for his cronies. So now the Egyptian people have a new start. They have a path to freedom. They no longer have to live in fear of being arbitrarily picked off the street just for being there. They can worship and do all that they are supposed to do to live a proper life. They can take care of their families. And now the road to democracy and freedom has begun. So I just wanted to add that little bit for those who have not been keeping track of the news lately. And in Polish, I say gratulacje to the people of Egypt. And may Allah bless them and keep them on the straight path, the path to ultimate freedom in Jannah. Assalamu alaikum, do widzenia, and miasar mila.